Now, even as nice as this bus is, and shiny and pretty, and it drives, well, like it's almost a new bus, it does have some issues. So when we went to pick it up, the church said there's an issue where you can drive it for an hour or hour and a half, and the check trans light will come on, and you are stuck in high gear until you stop and shut it off for, they said, maybe a half hour, hour, and I found it's only 10-15 minutes. So we plug in my scanner, I should say my code reader, comes up with this code for the transmission when it does do that. Doesn't stay active, but that's what we got. When I look it up, it basically says, transmission says I've lost communication with the engine. I don't know why that is. It's weird that you can drive it that long before you get an issue. It seems like if you stop, you don't have that issue either. But I did notice this. It did have a code in there for this engine speed. So I'll tell you what I think's going on is that the speed sensor, because this thing does, it's done a couple goofy things when it's sitting there idling. It's like it misses a beat. And I'm like, what is going on with this? Doesn't do it a lot. A couple times when I was driving back, the cruise control would shut off just randomly. I'd turn it back on, be good, and then just, it may or may not stay back on and go back off. So what I'm thinking is going on there is thinking that the engine is seeing something going on with its speed, like a bad crank sensor, and it doesn't know what to think for a minute. So I think it in turn doesn't know what to tell the transmission for a moment, and Allison sees that and the computer says, okay, well, you're not communicating with me, so I've lost communication, I'm going to go into limp mode. I think that's what's going on. I'm not sure, but I'm going to try changing the crank sensor on this. It's behind the starter, and we'll see what we get. I got that on order. It was cheap enough anyway. And then one more code. We got to fix this ABS light that's on, and it says left side axle 2, which is your rear drive axle. Something going on with that, so we need to do a little investigation. Probably a bad sensor. It's common. This thing's got the Bendix ABS system on it. So, if anybody has any other ideas as to far as what to check and codes and all that, well, I'm all ears.